Click the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to never miss another update.
It was a hot day in the desert of Medina. The commander looked over the caravan and waited until the last few people had mounted onto their camels. He then rode his horse around the caravan to make sure all the luggage was packed safely and the camels were fastened correctly. People from all around the surrounding villages had gathered around to say their last goodbyes to the Imam. Imam al-Hadi raised his hands to bid farewell to the people. They began to cry and wail. As the Imam and his family were leaving the city of the Prophet, you see, the cruel Abbasid Caliph had ordered the 10th Imam along with his family to move to the city of Samarra in Iraq. He had purposely chosen this area for the Imam so that he could keep a close eye on him. You see, the Caliph knew that the Imam was Allah's chosen leader, so he didn't want the Imam's followers and companions to be near him. He was worried that he might lose his power if the man had too many followers. After a very long and tiring journey, they finally reached Samarra safely. The Imam came down from his camel and was taken to his new home. He walked towards it with his young son, Imam Hassan ibn Ali. The home that was chosen for the Imam and his family was located on an army base. The area was called Askar, which means army, and was surrounded by many homes of soldiers and commanders. Imam Hassan Askari spent his childhood and youth in Askar. Life at the army base was difficult. Sometimes in the middle of the night, the noises of horses and soldiers would startle Imam Hassan Askari out of his sleep. The area he lived in was surrounded by soldiers, so all he would ever see was army men with swords. Imagine how scary this would be. When Imam Hassan Askari became a young man, the evil caliph martyred his father, Imam Hadi. Now Imam Hassan Askari had become the 11th Imam. Mu'tamid, the evil caliph, felt very scared because of Imam Hassan's strong followers. The caliph would even have nightmares about the Imam taking over his kingdom, which only made him even more scared of him. No matter how many soldiers surrounded the Imam, he was always worried that they weren't enough to control the Imam. The evil caliph could not take it anymore, so he ordered that the Imam be imprisoned. One night, the soldiers invaded the Imam's house and took him to a very dark and frightening jail cell. Still, Imam Hassan Askari spent his days and nights worshipping Allah. The evil caliph used to send the most heartless guards to the prison to bother and beat the Imam as much as they could. Yet, as time passed, the guards began feeling guilty about how badly they treated the Imam. One day, the caliph called 2 guards to his palace. He asked them how the Imam was doing in prison. The 2 guards were very embarrassed of what they were doing to the Imam and said, "What can we say about a man who fasts during the day and prays all night? He spends his entire day and night worshipping Allah. When we see him talking to Allah, Tears come to our eyes and we feel too ashamed to harm him. This message had no effect on the Caliph. And so he ordered the Imam to be tortured and bothered even more. However, any person who would go to the prison and try to hurt or bother the Imam would feel the same way as other guards did, and would also be unable to torture the Imam. The Caliph could not take it anymore. So he released the Imam back to his home in Askar. Imam Hassan Askari was imprisoned many times throughout his life, but each time he was always released back to the army base. Every time he was freed, people would become overjoyed, and his followers and companions increased as the years passed. He spent most of his years in the area of Askar, which is why he is called Al-Askar, the soldier. Finally, the Caliph couldn't take it anymore. He felt that too many people loved the Imam, so he made the decision to kill him. The Caliph ordered someone to poison the Imam. And at the young age of 28 years old, the Imam was martyred.